And and she goes, yeah, it would. Watch. And so, I take out the member, as I call him. I took out the member, and she's sitting in the washing machine, and I'm facing her, and she's,
Legs in the air, cottage cheese being stirred. It looked like he was stuffing a Thanksgiving turkey. It was horrid. Like, I was just...
all of a sudden she starts scrambling, and I look over my shoulder, and there's somebody over my right shoulder trying to put their stuff in the washing machine right next to us. And I'm like, oh no. I hugged her real close, and she hugs me real close, and
I'm all about sex. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Don't let me look. I mean, it was just like waves, and I just had to like close the door really fast. And I was like, oh dear God. And I spent the night in my friend's dorm, like right down the hall, and said, I just saw something that needs to be stricken from my mind.
that's pretty much the story. The person next to us didn't really have any idea that my member was out while they're putting their stuff in the washing machine. And my girlfriend and I just sat there and giggled the whole time.
After that happened, I talked to my roommate, and I said, dude, and he's like, yeah. I said, can you put a sock on the door next time? He's like, sure. So a couple weeks pass, and he gets good with the sock routine. But it gets better, trust me. I needed some bottled water. So I come in with bottled water, and my mom is directly behind me with bottled water. It's 8 in the morning because we wanted to beat traffic. We key into the dorm, and the two of them in the morning are starting to go at it, and my mom is right behind me.
I mean, it's a public place.
Yeah, pretty public. I guess that's what the thrill was. But then when she saw that I was about it too, and then she withdrew a little bit. But that's okay. I'm a little more stuntastic than she is.
Well, at least she was trying to be like spontaneous and like in the moment.
It was very hot. It was very hot until the person walked in and were shielding my member.
So we both walk in, and my mom just goes, oh, hi. And then we close the door. I was like, Mom, you should go down and get the rest of the groceries. Give them time to clean up. And since then, let's just say I became an RA. Now I have my own room. I don't have to worry about the roommates. And if I want to have my action, there's no need for a sign. I'm good to go.
I don't think I've ever heard anybody refer to it as a member before. I've heard many things, but not that. I like it.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Because, like, you obviously know what he's talking about, but it's not as graphic as most people.
Subtle. Incognito. That's the way I go. That's the way I go.
Cool. Well, I just want to add that his girlfriend's sitting right here, and she's, like, terrified right now. So it's even better when you got the terrified girlfriend sitting in the corner. All right. Thank you very much. Dude, that's horrible. And you know what the worst part is that, like, he didn't even learn. He did it again, and your mom, I mean, seriously, that's worse than your parents walking in on you. Like, your parents walking in on your roommate doing it. Like, that's just wrong.
I felt worse for him, let me tell you. I mean, especially because I wasn't the most attractive person to be doing it either.
I was traveling back from Virginia Beach, and I stopped at Wendy's with my friend Caroline. And we both went into the bathroom. There were only 2 stalls, and we both got in a stall.
So, you know, I mean...
Well, you said cottage cheese, so I'm assuming maybe a bigger guy.
You know, people need love too. Everybody needs a little bit of love.
Yes, everyone needs love, and they also need to not show their love to the world and their roommates.
Exactly. Lesson.
All right, so tell me the story about your residence.
Okay. Well, this actually happened a couple of years ago, and we were walking down a hallway one day, and we noticed this tarp that was spread out, and it had soap all over it, so we weren't sure what really happened. Well,
And she said she didn't have any toilet paper. And so there was only 1 roll, and it was in my stall. And I accidentally dropped it in the toilet.
we got a clip from another student the next day that showed students greasing themselves up with laundry detergent and sliding down a 40-yard slip and slide down their hallway.
The whole roll. And so we both got out of the stalls, and all these people, we were just standing there, and then a big line started to form, and all these people were like, what happened to the toilet? Who's the stupid person that did that?
So as a person, you're like, hey, that's really cool. But in our position, we unfortunately had to be like, maybe not the best idea. But it was really funny to see these like really large guys, because it was part of our football team, sliding down this entire 40-yard slip and slide in the middle of the night.
Did you get to use some toilet paper before you dropped it?
No.
What'd you guys do?
I didn't go. I hadn't gone yet. So.
You held it all the way home?
I just didn't go, and I headed home, yeah.
I just don't understand how you come up with this idea, like, hey, let's make a sleep inside in our hallway and, like, rub ourselves with detergent, like.
I know. You're just kind of like, why? This is what you do with your time? Okay.
See, now, it's okay if this happens to a guy, like, you're peeing, you don't need toilet paper, but for us, this is like a traumatic experience. I mean, like, drip drying is not fun, you know?
Exactly.
And neither is, like, rough, paper towels, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for us, so.
And we would have used paper towels, but it was a air dryer for your hand. So we were all out of luck.
Can imagine there was some bodily injury there. I mean, would you smack it? What if you smack into the wall or something?
Thankfully, there are no students injured in this process, so no human danger or anything like that.
Well, that's good. So what ended up happening to them?
I don't really know. I never caught up with the RD that heard the case or anything like that, but apparently they were held responsible for it.
We went to Atlantic City, and my friend was like, he went to the blackjack table, and everybody was surrounded. He dropped after going to the strip club and being drunk and stuff.
Okay, so we go in Greece, and we're there for 2 weeks, and we go to a summer club open, 3,000 people inside. He tells me, tell me something in Greek so I can say it to girls.
He was getting frustrated because he kept losing like a few hands, and the last hand he dropped $400 on one hand, and next thing you know, he had 20. He flopped 20. But then on the third card, the guy had, I think the dealer had, he had 18 on 2 hands. But then he flipped the third card, he had 21. And he lost $400 in front of like 15 people.
And I tell him, "Ποιο το όνομά σου," which means, what's your name? So he's very excited. He buys a drink from the bar, he goes. He has no idea how Greek girls are.
The rest of the night, he kept losing. So in total, he kept gambling until 7:30 in the morning. We got back from the strip club at like 4, so he kept gambling till like for 3.5 more hours. He lost a total of $800.
So
Hey, I'm Greek.
You're Greek?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a quarter Greek.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know anything but Tekanis. That's it.
Nice. So he,
Anyway.
So he goes and says, "Ποιο το όνομά σου," and he comes back terrified.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 800 in one night.
So he just went to the ATM and was like, I'm going to grab $800 because I'm drunk?
Yep, pretty much.
He could have bought himself like 15 lap dances.
Exactly, that's what we told him. Yeah. We were like, what are you doing? He didn't get one.
He didn't even get a lap dance, but he wasted all that
He
money.
wasted all the money on trying to bank the money that he lost.
Says, this girl started cursing me and says, "What do you need? Your name?" And I didn't expect Greeks to be like this, and he was sad, but
Did he say it the wrong way?
I don't know what he said. I wasn't there. I was trying to meet some other girls.
I think it's hilarious that we thought of that same thing at the very same time.
Well, that's my embarrassing story, but not for me, for my friend.
You know what? I went to a strip club with my boyfriend. It was the worst experience of my life.
Why?
Because all the girls, all the naked girls were like rubbing their boobs in my face. I'm like, hello, I'm here with my boyfriend. There's a reason we're here.
Girls like I thought girls like a lot of. I don't know. When I go to one, there's a lot of girls there, and then they always get a lap dance or two.